What's up, guys? SirAllAboutMusic here, bringing another album review. I'm going to continue my REM series now with 1988's release Green, which was released on November 7th, 1988, day before the 1988 presidential election. So, let's get right to it. This album really it's a pop album. It really is. I mean, REM really brings a kind of grandiose pop sensibility into the songs on this album, and that kind of culminates towards the masterpiece that is Automatic for the People, and makes it, a great pop album. REM has always been a pop, they've always had a really good pop sensibility, but it's right around this album where they really, it comes into full fruition and they start employing it really well. This is also the album where Peter Buck starts employing the mandolin, and he kind of builds towards the next album, Out of Time, which is almost exclusively acoustic, pretty much. So yeah, this is a really interesting kind of dynamic album. So right off the bat, for originality, it gets a 9. It's very, again, REM is a very original band, but this draws off of inspiration and music from past albums, and it is I can't really take off for it reflecting, the music that they have yet to do, but it does draw off of, other albums that they've already done. For how much I personally like the music, it gets an 8.5. It's a good album, and it's definitely up on my list. I had to give it an 8.5 because I haven't been very fair with my rating system, so I had to kind of weigh it against what I've already done. So it gets an 8.5. Production gets just a solid 10. It's a beautifully produced album. Everything's clear, nothing's muddy. This is their second album with Scott Litt, and like I said in my document video, Scott Litt really knows how to bring out the best in this band, and he does a great job of it. Just a fantastic job of it. So, yeah, production gets a 10, and flow gets a 9. Again, good flow. Definitely good flow. It's just a little shaky because there's the inclusion of these kind of rock songs and then these acoustic songs. They fit well together, but it seems to be a little unstable at points, just because of the nature of the songs. So overall, the album gets a 9.1, which is pretty good score. A little high. I'm gonna try to be a little more fair with my weight system here. So yeah, I would recommend buying this album if you're trying to get into the band. It's a good album to start out on. It really kind of incorporates, like their rock past and their pop future, to put it, simply. Best song on here, Orange Crush. It's a great pop song. It's got a great riff. Again, another example of Peter Buck's, chiming guitar parts where he just picks the strings, and this kind of the backing harmonizing vocals of Mike Mills and Peter Buck, or Bill Berry. I actually don't know if it's just Mike Mills or it's someone else in the band, but it's a harmonizing backing vocal, and it's great. It's the way it kind of sits back. That backing vocal is almost the lead vocal of the track. Michael Stipe's vocals almost take a back seat to the backing vocals, which is really cool, and it's totally unexpected, and it really gives a great twist to the song. This is another one of those albums that really doesn't have a worst song. So the weakest song on here for me is I Remember California, and again, it's not it's not a bad song. Like I've said so many times, it's not that it's a bad song, it's just that it's the weakest song on the album. So yeah, but it's a good song, don't get me wrong. So yeah, definitely buy this album if you're trying to get into the band. It's a really good. It marks a turning point in their focus in their career, and it's really interesting to see, especially if you look at the whole discography. Listening to this album and looking back at what they've done and looking forward at what they did. It's interesting to see how both of those elements come into this album, and it's definitely a turning point in their career. So yeah. As always, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like. If there's a certain album you want me to review, shoot me a PM. I will be doing an actual review of Embryonic probably sometime next week. I was looking back over my first impression video, and it's not very clear or concise. I'm going to give a direct review of that album sometime next week, so be looking out for that. And that's all I have to say. This has been Sir All About Music, and I'll see you guys next time.